Let's go.
Yo!
Squad. Yes, sir.
Quad pod.
Welcome into the DNVR pregame show for Colorado at Kansas, presented by Game Time and Coors Light.
We got a whole audience on. Can we get some noise from
Let's go.
There we go.
Download the Game Time app. Use the promo code BUFFS for $20 off your first purchase and get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart. We're going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR.
So many people on the bus, we got to order more Coors Light.
Yes, we do. For real.
Get them to deliver it to the bus.
They mighty cold tonight.
Look at those mountains, man.
For real.
As blue as they get.
They are.
So I got a story to tell.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yes, we love this.
You know, when you're traveling for a sports event.
You're not going to be able to use my knee as an armrest the whole night. I'm sorry.
What about your thigh?
No, I'm good.
When you're traveling for an away game, you expect beef.
Yep.
Yes.
It goes with it.
Like brisket or?
No,
okay.
beef.
It's for dinner.
Oh, okay.
I get off the elevator. I'm solo dolo. I'm in Kansas City. But it's a team hotel. I'm good.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I turn one corner. There's a guy just staring at me, man. And I got to go that way, so I'm getting closer to him, and he won't stop staring. And so I finally said, like, hey, man, are you not happy to see me?
Yeah, like, what's to you?
It was your dad. Thank you for chiming in.
Oh, damn.
And then he hugs me and says,
why are you looking at you like that?
thanks for hiding my son's coat. But I thought we had beef for a second there, man.
Thought you had an op in the building. That's crazy.
I was going to make the call.
Hey, shout out my OGs. My mom and dad made the trip down to Kansas City. They're going to be sliding to the game tomorrow. They joining us on the bus. Love that, man.
Shout out to the Proctors.
But speaking of some conversation, you had a little bit of conversation right off the bus yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Something was hurled at you, an expletive, as we were walking into
Wait, tell the story. I didn't get to hear the whole story.
I mean, it was real quick. We got out of the Uber to go to dinner, and I mean, within seconds of my foot standing on the sidewalk, a person just like whips around the corner and just goes, "Fuck see you!" And I was like, "Jeez, that was fast. That's aggressive."
Welcome to Lawrence. And then we were in Lawrence last night.
Yes,
and
I didn't know what to do. I just instinctually just threw double bird.
Got you.
It was just like an instant reaction.
Yeah.
So I had an instant reaction like that in Lubbock. Walking in halftime.
Someone has the
I was
audio.
right here.
Okay.
God damn it, Unc.
Lock in, Uncle.
It is locked in. It's locked the fuck in, actually. A tortilla comes whizzing by, right, between me and Coach.
Right.
My first reaction was this.
Yeah.
And as I did it, I'm looking at the back here, and I was like, oh, my God, it's going to be on TV somewhere. I'm going to get lectured.
No joke. I was watching a recruiting video when we were here, and they're, like, showing all the USA Today photos as, like, B-roll, and you're in, like, half of them, just right next to Coach.
Yeah.
Bam.
I mean, he's
He's
literally
in the other half.
He's literally in the Shedeur Sanders Times Square.
I am, but it's just like the gut, though.
I know that gut from a mile away.
All right. Well, we got some guests coming on the bus here very, very shortly.
We got guests already.
We do.
Well, yes, we have guests.
Shout out to G Money, man.
Shout out to G Money.
Jackson, Mississippi. Went to boys club together, all the way to middle school, high school, graduated together. He lives here in Kansas City, one of my best friends in life. He pulled up on us.
Dope.
That is awesome.
Shout out to
And he's the cleanest guy on the bus.
Yeah, he did.
Dapper.
I thought we were getting served or something.
He's clean, man.
I also have a guest on the bus. My boy B-Bads.
Hell yeah.
First ever DNVR or BSN Buffs podcast back in the day was originally called just RK and B-Bads. He also brought this flag, which was hooked up from our other buddy.
Yeah.
Shout out Tuck.
Did you steal that?
He copped to a felony today too.
He sure did. That was crazy.
I would say it's like petty
wild
theft.
story.
No, it's the assault part of it.
No, there was no contact,
he
bro.
made
There was
no
no contact.
man.
I was there, bro. No contact. No contact was made.
All right.
Y'all better stop talking about it. They're going to come out and find you.
Statute of limitations, man.
It's true. It's true.
That is true. That is true.
Do a tell-all now, man. You
Write a little book about it. Drop a pod. Emergency pod.
Door just closed. Someone's
He
here.
said emergency.
Who is it?
Inside joke.
No one.
No one? Oh,
Maybe Kenny just left
walked out.
and said, I can't handle this show anymore.
It's been a fun trip.
It has
Can't
been.
handle beer anymore.
Whoa, rookie.
Could you ever?
I'm sad this is the last one.
I know.
It's crazy to think about.
It is. This is our last bus road trip.
Yep.
It's been a hell of a ride.
Yeah, it has. Also, I'm not going to mention it yet. No, never mind. I'll mention it tomorrow. Don't worry.
Okay.
You're gonna
I don't want to jinx it. No, I won't. I don't want to jinx it.
Say less.
I don't want to jinx
the
it.
background music. Go ahead.
What were you singing?
End of the road.
Oh.
That was a reference to a story you told us yesterday.
A lot of inside jokes taking place right now.
There it is. Yeah, we have guests coming on. Well, let's talk about this game a bit, I guess.
Someone still has the audio playing.
Is it my phone?
Lock in, Jake!
Wow.
I don't know how you guys don't hear that.
I heard it, and then mine got turned off. So I knew it wasn't me, but I knew it wasn't the guy who told me to lock in.
It was on like 3 volumes.
I
So
gotta hear your voice enough. I don't need to hear an echo of your voice.
My voice was in Juju's
That
video
side of
yesterday.
the bus
It
need to
was.
lock in. Go crazy. That's what.
Shout out to Juju.
And the go Andre Simone.
Yeah, but Trey was in
Out
the
of
Juju
nowhere.
video. I don't know how you guys heard that.
For real.
I finally was able to listen to it sitting in like the hotel room last night.
Joy scrolling.
Joy scrolling.
That's why he was up late.
Yes.
But yeah, and I was just listening because everyone kept on saying they heard me, and I didn't hear it the first time because we were on the bus and we're on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And then I listened to it, and then I thought I heard because I heard my voice in the beginning, and then I thought I heard my voice again then, and I was kept trying to go back. I was like,
I think your voice was in it twice.
yeah. And I was like, wait, that's Andre. Like the most random voice cameo.
That's hilarious. I love it.
It's from a show we did in May.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it was Juju in the headline.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whoever was, compiling that audio just typed in Juju on YouTube and that one came up.
That was the show we broke down the whole thing of going back from his original offer post that had Scotty McKnight on it to the SI article with Scotty and him talking about Scotty filming that documentary or whatever, and just obviously Cordell Stewart, DC, I think all that stuff. So
You know what show I was thinking about recently that had Dre on it? The
DNVR
the
Draft
Great
Pod?
White Buffalo episode.
The great. Oh,
Remember
when I
there
was
a-
gone.
No, you were there.
Oh, when we had the.
Hey, Coach
Hey,
Pollak.
what up,
good,
Coach?
There was a white buffalo born in
Yeah.
Yellowstone
Yeah.
for like the first time since 1994. We said like that's good luck and it's good omen, and we were going through like 94 and all the things that happened.
Prophecy delivered.
Heisman Trophy.
Crazy.
The prophecy is coming through
Yeah,
for sure.
you can't mess with it.
Can't mess with the juju.
Ooh, wow.
Damn, this guy's cooking.
That is
Let
give me
him
some.
cook!
Give me some.
Oh, you're leaving him hanging. bro.
Just see him, man.
I had no choice. We're live on the internet. I would have been memed.
Can't just bang the table.
I'm getting memed a lot recently.
Are you?
I
Doing
am.
a lot
earning
of,
it, though,
you're doing
man.
a lot of joke stealing too lately.
Yeah, I do it to myself. It's all right.
But you own it.
Did you have fun last
tell
night?
us you stole the joke.
Yeah.
Jaquan, you have fun last night?
Yeah, did
Out
you?
in Lawrence?
Yeah.
It was all the time. I was pleasantly surprised by the scene.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fun spot.
Yeah.
It's pretty lit.
It's a legit college town.
I would have
sure.
had fun going here. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what everyone says whenever they come here. You got to respect it.
I do
The
respect
question
it.
is how. So we were talking to one of the security guys at the bar. He was saying this is the first game where the students were trying to figure out how to get tickets. Like people are like, "Do you have an extra
Oh, wow.
ticket?" Like that sort of thing. But
That's cool.
I wonder, do they have buses for them or
Promise that.
something that takes them from
I don't know.
Lawrence to
Shuttle or
to
something. They got
KC?
to.
Yeah.
Should have asked our driver.
Well, if that's going on, this game might be. There might be a lot more people than I thought would.
There's
be at this
going to
game.
be a lot of Buffs fans for sure.
Yeah.
And I think their fans are, if you were picking a game before the season, you would have picked this one.
Of course.
Everyone's Super Bowl, of course.
Yep.
And
We learned that today.
Yes. Oh, no, we've learned that for a long
Well,
time.
we learned Kansas is actually making this their Super Bowl
Yes,
also.
of course. And that's actually why Andy Reid went to the stadium. Because he likes Super Bowls.
To bring the Lombardi trophy back to be awarded out tomorrow, yeah.
Hey, that picture was hard with
Yeah.
Coach Prime and Andy Reid.
Coach Prime and a fan.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Everyone out of the kitchen.
What point was I just making?
I don't know.
We have no idea.
I
Say
don't
something,
either.
though.
Oh, it's going to be a good atmosphere for sure. I think so. I mean, they had 50,000 plus for Iowa State.
Oh,
I have a feeling this could touch 60 or go even over that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be inside Arrowhead.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I knew y'all was gonna say that, but nonetheless, I'm excited to be inside of historical stadium.
Don't call it that.
But it is.
It's a dump.
It is.
All right.
It truly is.
Did you see? Did you see the you can't even call them jumbotrons? The kitchen TVs they had in there?
In the stadium?
Yeah.
No.
It's going to be hard to catch a replay.
Well, it's going to be hard to see a lot of things tomorrow, apparently.
They will, on one side, they definitely don't.
Oh, yeah, the circle one?
Yeah. That's the kitchen TV.
Do we bring Coach Pollak on?
Yeah, let's get Coach Pollak on here.
He's here.
Coach.
All right, Scotty will be back in just a minute.
He is here.
Coach Pollak.
Maybe the next bus we get will have a capability for 5 on the pregame show.
We just need a board.
No, we need a lot of things.
Oh, true.
Coach Mike P.
I mean,
My dog, my roommate.
That's right.
Space.
Yes.
Hey, I see y'all stocked up on our sponsor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know it.
Those are there for you whenever you want them.
All right.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe you hop on with us tomorrow after the game. Ride home with us.
Absolutely, man. I'll
We'll
tell
tip
you
them
what.
back the whole way home.
Listen, I thought it was, we came to, last year we went to TCU and played, and when we were leaving the game after the game, we, like, all the TCU fans and Buff fans were giving us Coors Banquets and Coors Lights and all kind of stuff before we got on the bus. I was like, man, this is what big-time college football is all about.
There
you go.
And we haven't had that since then, so I need us to get that tradition back up.
Well, you just came from Arrowhead, which is a place that some people think is cool.
I'm more of an AT&T Stadium guy
There we
myself.
go.
But we won't talk about that,
that's
baby.
what we're trying to go.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something right now. You know how many times, when you call Jerry Jones, you know how many times it has a ring before he answers? 5. 1 for each Super Bowl ring, baby. Let's go. Come on.
I love it. How was it, though? How was the trip
And
in?
this is still our year.
That's right. It's still our year, God dang it. We got faith, baby. Hey, we're
Rush
going
taking
to win now or in February. It don't matter. Or April. It's April. My bad. April.
We them boys.
How was it? How was the trip over there? How's everyone doing?
Oh man, it was great. The flight was about an hour and 15 minutes from Denver, so I expect a lot of fans to be here. It's an easy flight. We got on the charter bus, head straight over to Arrowhead Stadium. It was pretty cool to go in Arrowhead Stadium, even though I know some Bronco fans would digress. But ACT word today, digress, by the way. But anyway, I was actually coming up the ramp, and I passed Coach Reed, and he was walking down to come see Coach Prime. So I introduced myself, and I took him down there to see him, and I told him, I said, man, listen, I'm not that fan guy type of guy, but my oldest daughter's fiance, he is a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan, and he
You probably should have done a better job of
so,
it.
I mean, listen. Hey, at least he likes winners. That's all I can say. He likes me. You know what I mean? So,
That's true.
But anyway, so I told Coach Reed that I was going to be that guy today and asked for a picture, and he was very nice. I got to talk to him a little bit, take a picture. Of course, I sent it to Miles, and Miles had some choice words about that. But it's pretty cool because one of their starting offensive linemen, Wanye Morris, he was a starting offensive tackle for me when I was coaching at Grayson High School in Atlanta. So he and I got to talk a little bit about Wanye and what he's doing, and he's having a good year. It's his second year with the team out of Oklahoma, and I was just happy to be able to meet just a great fella, a great coach, great man. Coach Pat Shermer's coached with him, and he's obviously told us a lot about him. And then, Coach Prime, I was eating breakfast with him this morning, and he actually told me that Coach Reed actually checks in with him from time to time, just to see how he's doing and to just talk ball, just talk life with him, and that's a pretty cool thing too. So it was neat to go be in an NFL stadium, and look around. My 2 daughters text me, and they asked me to take a picture of the suite that Taylor Swift sits in. So I just took a picture of all the suites, and I said, y'all figure it out. I don't know which one she sits in, but hey, man, I was going down they were pretty excited. So
That's awesome.
Hey, whatever floats their boat, man.
Exactly.
The DNVR pregame show grows week to week, day to day. And I know Coach Michael Pollak is a regular staple on this show. But because we got new viewers every week, this is Coach Michael Pollak.
That is true.
Offensive analyst for the team.
That's
works
right.
with special teams. Right-hand man of Coach Prime. Was with Coach Prime at Jackson State,
right.
all the way back to Under Armour camps.
Under Armour camps. Under All-America game.
Yeah,
Coached with him 2 times in a row,
He's with us so much, I forget there may be somebody out there watching. It's like, hey, who's that guy?
Hey, if you want to know more about me, go to my YouTube page, Coach Pollak CU, hit subscribe, hit like,
There you go.
We'll be okay with that too.
Yeah, there you go. Now that he's been properly introduced.
Coach, what was it like just watching the players? I mean, you have what, I don't know, 30, 40, however many guys are going to end up playing in the league just as they go through the draft process and all that. What was it like seeing them just step into that NFL stadium and kind of take it in?
Oh man, I think they were, it was the same for them. It really was. They approached it just like any other time. I think it was, they enjoyed going to the stadium the night before the game and being able to kind of look around. And I think it's good because we're in a social media age right now. I mean, and everybody's got a cell phone and cameras and everything, and people do a lot better job of documenting their life. I wish when I was younger and had small kids that we had that same luxury, because it's nice to be able to just document things, events and stuff like you do, especially when you're kids. And so it gives us all a chance to take a couple pictures, look around, have it as a memory one day. When you're old and sitting on the front porch and drinking a Coors Light, you'll be able to look back on that with your kids or your grandkids and say, hey, I played there. That was a special, moment for me in my life. And so it's good to be able to do that. And I think it kind of gets everybody, looking around. But also there's business going on there too, because, you got guys like the quarterbacks, for example. You want to make sure that they know where all the clocks are. Where the 25-second clock is, or a 40-second clock right now, I'm sorry. And where the scoreboard clock, the time clock, and all that kind of stuff, and
the kickers go through mechanics.
The kickers go through their mechanics, and they look at the goal, they see the goal post and how it looks for them. And also the receivers, especially since it's an NFL stadium, the numbers are more on the where our logo is, because they call them TV numbers. So they got it, but they've got little white lines marked where the college numbers are. So your receivers get to go out there and kind of see how that feels and look. So when they line up, they can line up on the right landmarks for themselves, and also looking at the hash marks in the middle, because there'll be NFL hash marks and college hash marks. So just understanding which hash marks are ours and stuff like that. So each coach takes his guys through a certain routine. The night before on the visit, so it's not just about taking pictures and having a good, enjoying the time. It's about, getting a feel for your surroundings, so that tomorrow when we get in there, we're not caught off guard with anything, and we already kind of get in our mind where everything is.
Mm-hmm. I joke, but I do have a lot of respect for Andy Reid, and one of the really cool things that I heard that he does on his staff is that they have a day each week, which is like, any member of the staff can come in and show a play, and give an idea. Yeah, is that common? Is that something that you guys would do? Like, if you were sitting there and just had something pop into your head, like you could bring that to Coach Shermer and say, "Hey, maybe we could cook with this." Oh,
listen, Pat's great. I mean, he's great about that kind of stuff. Coach Prime, he wants us to as an offensive unit to kind of take that opportunity and use that. He's really, all of our coaches are able to do that. I think Coach Prime has a lot of trust in myself and Brett Bartolone to do those kind of things. He kind of during the off season, just wanted to make sure that we were involved with Pat in that stuff, and Pat's been great, but he's that way with everybody. It's not just me and Brett, any good idea is a good idea. Doesn't matter where it comes from. So we got a couple student assistants that come up with some good ideas, and he'll listen to them. And it's so there's a lot of ideas out there. There's a lot of ball that you can watch. We're as coaches, we tend to steal from other coaches. Mm-hmm. So if you got a guy out there that happens to watch an NFL game or another college game, say, hey coach, I saw this play right here, man. It's it's a deal where that he'll listen to it. And part of my job is to look at what we've run and try to come up with things that we already do with another little twist to it. That's part of what I try to do. And like I say, Pat's really good about, sitting down with you. And if it's a good idea, he may not use it that week, but he will keep it. And it may get used down the line, and it's great to be working with a guy that is open to that. And of course, like I say, Coach Prime, he wants that kind of stuff. And I think you got to have that, I do know this, that as far as having a specific day, I know that some schools, I got some buddies in the coaching field at other schools that they I'm bringing the curtain down here already. God dang, bringing the house down, man. Hey, it ain't time that. I don't want to hear 2001 Space Odyssey playing right quite yet now. So let's calm it down. But anyway, there's a lot of times coaches will have, especially during the off season, they'll have a day where anybody can bring an idea and talk ball, and because we're recruiting and we're doing all that kind of stuff, but we're also analyzing other offenses, other situations, and so you want to give a chance to your guys to feel like they're a part, and when you do that, I think it's great motivation. I think as a head coach, as an offensive coordinator, as a defense coordinator, when you're in a leadership role on a football team, I think the more you can make the other guys on your staff feel like they're contributing, they're a part of it, that's just going to motivate them to work harder, motivate them to do more. You know what I mean? So yeah, Pat does a great job with that. I think Rob does a great job on defense. He takes a lot in from his guys on that side of the ball, and so I think it's been very helpful for us offensively this year. We've got a lot of experience on our offensive staff. We've got like I say, Brett and I have been former coordinators for Coach Prime. Gary Harrell, Coach Flea's been a head coach. Jason Phillips has been a former coordinator for Coach Prime and a coordinator at other places and everything. So you've got Coach Phil Lodeholt. I mean he was doing a lot as the O-line guy at Oklahoma, so he brings a lot to it as well. And we just got a lot of guys that have a lot of experience, that have called plays, that have coordinated offenses, and I think Pat's done a great job of trying to combine all our ideas and kind of get it in the right direction. So it's been exciting, and I'm really pumped about how we've progressed throughout the year.
Coach, we start the week off. Coach Prime starts us off with a word,
right?
A single word, and then a theme for the weekend. So that first meeting this week, the word was finish.
That's right.
And that resist the urge to let up until we finish. And what he means finish is when we don't have another game, we finish.
Right.
And we want to make sure we win our last game.
Right.
Talk to us about how that message has gone through the building for guys to just focus on Kansas and not think about Oklahoma State, not think about Big 12 Conference champ or beyond, but Kansas only.
Well, I think Coach Prime he's been around some really. I mean, he obviously is a very smart person himself. He's had a great career, not only as a player, as a coach, but he's also good about getting around other people and listening to what they have to say. And I think he's done a great job of formulating his philosophy around, hey man, focus on where your feet are. Keep the main thing the main thing. Nick Saban calls it the process. Keep it, but Coach Prime calls it, hey, keep the main thing the main thing. Yeah. That's the same thing. Focus on the process of getting better every day. Focus on the journey rather than the result. And if you, or the destination. If you focus on the journey rather than the destination, hey, this is the part of the journey we're on right now. We got to handle business with Kansas, okay? Because all that others don't matter. If we don't take care of business on Saturday, then everything changes. So we got, this is the only game that matters right now, and then the next game will be the only game that matters. And that's the unfortunately with social media, and of course even before social media. I mean, people want to blame social media for everything. Listen. Football coaches have been struggling with keeping players focused on the game at hand instead of looking ahead since they started playing this game. Mm-hmm. Okay, this isn't some brand new thing we can just blame on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. That's just kids. That's 18 to 23-year-olds. They get ahead of themselves, and they always have. The only difference is now it's used to it was the guys they go to the barbershop and the guys at the barbershop would get them ahead. Well, now it's just all they got to look at their phone on Instagram. So, but they still getting the same message. So I think Coach does a great job, especially after a big win, of bringing you back down to earth real quick. You know,
Seems
and,
like it.
And he doesn't do it in a negative way. He just does it in a direct way, and in a way that our guys, it's not just players, coaches need to hear as well.
Yeah.
You know, we got to come off that cloud. You know, we got to get ourselves going too. And you know, I think we had a little help this week because when we wake up Sunday morning and you see BYU beat Kansas beat BYU. Excuse me. You know, you're like, okay, they've beaten Iowa State and they beat BYU back to back. So, hey, boys, we got our work cut out for us. We're going to their place. This is a home game, like a home game for them. I mean, I know it's 45 minutes from Lawrence, Kansas, or whatever. And we're not even in the same state. Don't get me started on that. But anyway, you know, I feel, you know, anyway. But you know, we just we got to woke up Sunday morning. We got locked in and focused, and I think we've had a great week of practice, and I think we're just, you know, we're clicking right now. And if we play clean tomorrow, that's all we can ask for. Yeah. You know, if we play clean, I like our chances.
Coach, there was an announcement yesterday.
Yeah.
How excited are you for the future of this program?
Well, you know what, I'm very excited about the future of this program. You know, I mean, I think that you know, when you come off the field and you hear what the country's talking about, and you're in the conversation, it's a good conversation. You know, that's what I always tell people. If they're talking about me, it's a good conversation. So if they're talking about Colorado Buffaloes, it's a good conversation. Yeah. And yesterday they were definitely talking about us. I can't get into names and all that kind of stuff, but you know, I'm personally excited from the standpoint of just it's a special, you know, thing to me, and everybody that knows me knows why. And I'll be able to comment on that on another time. But you know, it's great to see the reaction of the country, you know, and I'm talking about the fan base. I'm talking about other football players. You know, just it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And you know, it was something that we've known was coming, and but until you know, but like I say, the deal is just. It's a good time to be a Colorado Buff, you know, sir. And I tell you what, I don't think that I can you know, stress that enough. That, you know, Prime has made this a premier place to come play football. He's made it a premier place to come coach, and it's just a good time right now. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's been a good week.
Amen.
I got a question from Scotty.
This Scotty?
Yeah. Okay.
Coach Pollak, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man.
I wanted to ask you about Mike, a young man who should be back in the lineup.
Yeah.
I guess kind of just the run game in general. How important do you think it's going to be to kind of continue to round out this running game as postseason play approaches, and how, you know, do you think Mike can factor in help in that regard?
Well, I think Michael Welch definitely helps us in our run game. I think he's a great running back. He's definitely been a piece that we've missed. He's very special to me. He's from my home state. Best high school football in the country. I'll say that to anybody, even these Texas people out here that think, and Florida people that think it is there. But hey, you know, that guy, he's a player, you know, and I think he just gives us another dynamic to our run game to go along with you know, Zay and Dallin that people have to worry about. And I think he's a different type of runner than those two guys. And, you know, when you're a defense and you're playing three different style running backs, I think that puts a lot of pressure on them. You know, there again, Coach Prime, Micah probably could have come back a week or two ago, maybe. I know last week he wanted to come back, but Coach Prime held him out because he's more interested in him, you know, being 100%, making sure that he's not going to retweak, you know, his hamstring. And he wants him to be at his best, you know. And he does that with our players. He doesn't put players out there that are, you know, in harm's way, that can't perform at the top of their game, you know. So he's kind of been slow about bringing Micah back, but I think he's back now 100%. And I'm gonna tell you what, the kid is ready. You know, I can see it in his eyes, see it in his practice habits. I can see it in his mentality. I mean, heck, he's at breakfast this morning. He sits down with me at breakfast, and I mean, he's eating those eggs. I'm like, God dang, if he runs the ball tomorrow like he's eating them eggs, man, they in trouble. I mean, he was just focused. You know what I mean? I mean, he was just locked in. He was eating his breakfast, and he wasn't minding. He wasn't bothering anybody. He was locked in. He's ready to go. You know, so I think he's gonna have a big day tomorrow.
I feel like he's always like that, very much laser focused.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? If you knew his background and what he's been through, coming up as a young man, in South Georgia, South Central Georgia, from Milledgeville, he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot more than I have, I can tell you. And he's a great young man. He's got some great people back home that are a part of his family that take care of him and are kind of his support group. And I think that he is just he was the perfect running back for us to sign. He was the perfect guy we needed. We needed him, and he needed us. And we couldn't be happier with the choice we made and the choice he made to come out here and be a part of the Buffs. And it's just great to have him on our team. And he's definitely one of my favorites for several reasons. And I'm looking forward to see what he can do tomorrow because I know he's been chomping at the bit. I mean, he had a great game against UCF, and he's really kind of been quiet since then because of his injury. So he's ready. He's ready, and he's going to be. I think he's going to be hitting on all cylinders tomorrow.
Let's go.
All right, Coach. We know you got meetings to go to, and then I also heard it's ladies' night at the Holiday Boutique at the convention center. I don't know what that means, but that's what some people told me.
I don't even know where the Holiday Boutique is, man. Hey, listen, seriously. There's a lot of things going on there. I'm focused on Kansas. I'm focused on what we got to be focused on because I'm gonna tell you right now, we got to win this football game tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And we got some important meetings tonight. We got some things that we got to lock in on. We got to keep these boys locked in. There's a lot of Buff fans over there. There's some kind of I did see on the other side there is a little sale going, Christmas thing or whatever going on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did you see through the window? There's all kind of people coming and going. They got us locked down on our side, and we're gonna be keeping an eye on our boys, trying to keep them hemmed up. So let's keep them focused on what they got to do, and we got to take care of business, man. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to wake up Sunday morning with a win.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Because like the guy said on radio, ain't nothing like. I know he said it. I'm gonna say it a little bit different, but ain't nothing like looking for a win on Saturday night and Sunday morning when you find one. So hey, we looking to Sunday morning to be ready to lock in because me and our boy at Oklahoma State got a date with Destiny.
Hair bowl.
The hair bowl, baby.
I love it.
All right, Coach.
Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, guys. Appreciate y'all, man.
As always, man. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, let's take our first break. Scotty's going to get back on the mic.
Perfect timing for our first break.
And shout out to our friends over at Game Time. We are playing in an NFL stadium.
We are.
There are a lot of seats. Yeah, we're actually playing. I'm suiting up tomorrow.
Hey, I am.
All right. But there's going to be some seats there. Come watch the Buffs as they march on towards the Big 12 title game and take the guesswork out of buying all your tickets with Game Time. Of course, football, but NBA, NHL, any sport going on right now, concerts, events. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game Time. That's what I love about Game Time.
What's up?
You can see your seats.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Game Time picks.
There's no surprise hidden fees.
Nope.
I love that.
I love that.
Shout out to Game Time.
They're the homies.
You know what I love?
What do you love?
Coors Light.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coors Light, the best beer that money can buy. It's ice cold, it's refreshing, it is crisp, and it is brewed in the Rockies, which is really the only place that a beer should be brewed.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys
It's
can
as
just
cold
see this.
as the Rockies.
Look at this thing. It is as cold as the Rockies, and it's just the water is just dripping down it. Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, make the most out of the times you choose to till, like I am with my great friends here on this bus right now, by choosing Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This one's so cold, it's a Coors Light slushy.
Yeah.
I had one of those earlier. It was awesome.
It's nice. Coors Light.
So,
As cold as the Rockies.
What up?
we're not getting the guest that we said on the headline.
No, Ben will not be showing up today.
All right. Well, he's got to get locked in.
He got locked up, man. Yeah,
he's gotta get
got
locked.
stuff to do. He
got a hit to take off on kickoff
Yes,
tomorrow.
he does. You know he does.
He don't like it.
Never blame the guys, but we probably should change that headline.
We will change the headline. Don't worry.
Cool.
We'll take care of it.
Can we quickly talk about this jacket you got on, bro?
Huh?
You said you think somebody's going to sue us?
No.
Damn it! You promoted me and he's not on there.
Oh, someone will sue us.
Yeah,
Probably.
a lot of hate comments.
They will
Always.
lose. I didn't want to take away from the
jacket.
jacket. Talk about your jacket.
Jacket. A moment for the jacket.
A moment for the jacket, please.
Sheesh.
Man, we made an appearance at the Negro League Baseball Museum today.
Yep.
It was a great time. I was able to cop this fire jacket and learn a lot about some American history.
Yeah, for real.
It was a great time, though. I enjoyed it. It was my first time, obviously, in Kansas City, obviously at the museum.
Yep.
I'm glad we went. It was a good time.
Me too, man. It
I'm
was a
glad
lot
we
of
went
fun.
too. They did an incredible job with that museum.
They really did. You have to spend like 5 hours to finish that museum.
If you wanted to read everything.
If you wanted to actually learn what
yeah.
the whole museum is about, yes.
Yeah. But that was really cool. They did a great job there.
They did. Crushed it.
Absolutely.
And also they did a
Absolutely.
great job at Gates Barbecue.
They did.
Yeah. Outstanding. Gates Barbecue and the Negro League Baseball Museum.
It's a hell of a day.
And we ain't done
All
yet.
we need now is a dub.
Hey, yeah, well, we got another barbecue meal
absolutely.
Yeah, we do.
lined up at Jack Stack in just a few minutes.
Prime players?
Let's
Why
do
not?
it. Let's do it.
Prime players, baby.
Ooh.
Who wants to go first?
Let me go first.
All right, bro.
Love it.
We starting with offense, right?
Yeah, you and Unc got the same guy.
I'm going with my dog. You already know who I'm going with.
Yep.
LeJohn Taylor. You cool with that? I'm going with LeJohn.
Let me tell you something. Did you see me blink?
He knew what you were doing.
No, when I'm done fucking with you, I'm done fucking. There's nothing he can do.
He ain't got time for it no
go
more.
ahead. Yeah. Say Western.
I mean, I really would be picking my boy LeJohn Taylor.
are-
But
Jonte's going off
unfortunately,
tomorrow, just to be clear.
100%. He definitely is.
Wait,
But-
before we start this, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, good.
I just want everyone to understand the rules that now exist, which
Yes.
are just getting longer and longer.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
You're not allowed to pick Shador, you're not allowed to pick Travis, and you're not allowed to pick LeJohn.
Is it Cam on the list, too?
And Cam, you cannot pick on defense. So our options have been thinned because we don't like
And we
being
still
right,
have
I
people
guess.
to pick.
We do still have people.
So for my offensive prime player of the week, I'm going with the young man I just asked Coach P about, who he gave a great answer about, and that's a young man named Michael Welch. Haven't seen him on the field the last few weeks dealing with a hamstring, but Unc told us yesterday, I believe, that he's looking really good in practice this week. That hamstring looking healthy,
I heard he's crushing eggs.
and he's crushing eggs at
I
breakfast.
don't know the
Absolutely
correlation,
locked
but
in.
go with it.
So I'm going with that young man, Michael Welch. I think he pops into the end zone at least once tomorrow and gives this offense some real balance. So I'm going with Michael Welch for a big day on Saturday against the Jayhawks.
I have the same one. Not much to add to that.
Love it. I went with a different running back.
Ooh.
I went with Isaiah Augustive. I hope that Micah is ready and in game shape and is able to just go out there and take and go crazy. But I think sometimes when you're a running back, you get kind of eased back into the rotation.
Fair enough.
That being said, I think there is room to run against this Kansas defense.
No doubt.
And I think that it should be explored in more ways than just inside zone out of shotgun, please, for the love of God. And so I'm hoping that they get a little creative and get Isaiah, maybe outside to the edge and allow this team to, force this Kansas secondary to tackle and, get off of blocks and things of that nature. So I'm going with IA to have a big game tomorrow.
Sweet. Since we can't pick any players, I went with Phillip Houston. No, I'm just kidding. I went with Will Shepard.
Be a good pick.
For real.
I went with Will Shepard. He's been balling lately. He's
Basically the last receiver
Yeah.
that you could pick.
But he's been heating up. He's been doing his thing, catching nines, catching end zone fades. But we saw him last week. Was it 2 weeks ago? No, last week, right? Involved in the screen game.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So his arrow just
in,
keeps.
bro.
I was trying to clarify. I was trying to clarify. His arrow just keeps pointing up, and his role keeps on getting expanded. And he's just becoming a bigger part of this offense. So give me Will Shepard to have a big day. Multi-touchdown day. How about that?
Let me teach you something. Hold this up.
Whoa.
I don't know what's
What's going on right now?
Like it's easy.
I'm not doing this. I was all along. See?
It's easy.
I would never do that to Ryan.
That's good advice, son.
Just,
I can handle it.
And you
sometimes
can
I deserve it.
You can keep talking while you're doing
Yep.
it.
All right, to defense.
Yeah, see, watch. So, like, my defensive player, you just keep rolling with it. I'm going to Mari McNeil, man. I think that this D-line is coming into this game with yet again another chip on his shoulder. Leading The Big 12 in sacks, number 5, 6 in the nation in sacks, doesn't matter to them. It's all about this game, and they're hungry as they can be, and they want to prove this stuff is not a fluke. And then here's a guy that's also setting the stage now for his next year. I know we talked about not looking ahead, but this dude is going to be the dude next year.
Yes.
And he seemingly came out of nowhere to the fan base because he hadn't been playing. Coach got hurt. He goes in. Now everybody knows his name. Mm-hmm. He's going to make sure that the Jayhawks know his name.
Yeah, I love that pick. He was my pick last week, defensive player, obviously, defensive player of the week in the Big 12. He's been balling the last 2 weeks. I love that pick of Amari McNeil. I'm going with Arden Walker.
Dog.
Off the edge. At least a half sack in 3 of the last 4 games. He had 7 total tackles a couple weeks ago against Texas Tech. Kind of like Amari, heating up at the right time. And I think, again, Kansas is going to be trailing for a lot of the game tomorrow. I think it's going to give Colorado's pass rushers the ability to pin their ears back, get after Jalen Daniels. I think Arden Walker gets at least 1 sack and has a big impact in the run game as well.
The guy
Go ahead.
Ball.
I upgraded a guy who I have picked as a sleeper a lot. I figured if I picked him as a sleeper again, you guys would, start chirping and whatnot. So I've upgraded him from the sleeper position to the defensive player of the game position, and that is Colton Hood. Nice. Last week he didn't have the interception, but he sure as hell created the interception.
Sure did.
With his defensive play on the Travis Hunter interception. The dude just makes plays when he gets opportunities to. And one thing about Jalen Daniels, he's going to give you a couple chances. You have to capitalize on them. And I have a lot of belief in Colton Hood to capitalize on those chances when he gets them.
Yeah. I went with Chidozie Nwankwo. We've talked a lot about this backfield this week and how they're really the engine that makes this team go in Kansas. The fastest way to the quarterback is straight up the middle.
Yeah.
If he can just, really get a handle on a lot of these runs from Devin Neal, and if he can create some havoc and force Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels.
You caught it, bro. You got the bug.
Jalen Daniels to be more rushed than he wants to be. You're going to see a lot more of those passes like that and opportunities for other guys. So give me Chidozie to have a good game.
Love it.
Give me a sec.
I'll go first on my sleeper because I want to make a point about this. I don't think there's any players in game
sleeper.
11.
No, I picked a sleeper.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think there's any players in.
Okay.
And I don't think your guy is a sleeper, so that my point stands. I don't think there's any players in Week 11 yet now that help this team on a week in, week out basis that are really sleepers.
I hear you on that.
All of these guys are so consistent. It feels like each guy goes out there when he gets his opportunity, he makes plays. So if this segment wasn't sponsored by Sleeper, I would just change this to like the flex position because these guys really aren't sleepers anymore, and sure as hell not with this fan base who no one's really a sleeper to. They know everyone down to the 4th string long snapper. So with
emergency pod, 4th string long snapper did not travel.
So talk about it.
With that in mind, I picked someone who was your defensive player of the game, and that just kind of underscores my point. I went with Arden Walker. Who I think absolutely can be a defensive player of the game and not a sleeper. But I don't think there are sleepers anymore. Give me Arden Walker to continue his great stretch of play.
So you and I have the same foundation as to how we define this. Sleepers, for me, by that definition, that ended like 7 games ago, not just 1 game ago. But I did a little spin on what sleeper means to me. It's like don't sleep on. Like this guy's going to have a big game, even though we all know his name. And so for that reason, there's going to be a guy tomorrow who, just what you said about Walker, who's going to come off that edge, and he's going to get a couple sacks. Write this down. But he's also going to stop the quarterback run because he's going to be the guy spying on that.
Very important.
I went with B.J. Green for my sleeper pick. Is don't sleep on him. Just because I got Amari McNeil doing his thing on the line, B.J.'s going to be cleaning up a lot of crap tomorrow.
That's RG's cousin.
That is RG's cousin.
It's fam right there.
Yeah, they go way back.
Way like rocking chairs.
Go ahead.
For my sleeper, I'm going with somebody who's made an impact play on the defensive side of the ball each of the last 2 weeks. May have been late in the game, but they're impactful plays nonetheless. I'm going with Shiloh Sanders. I think he's going to make another impactful play, whether that be a huge hit, forced fumble recovery, interception again tomorrow, and I think it would be earlier in the game where it actually has a real impact on the momentum of the game. I think Shiloh Sanders is heating up. getting back to his old self, and I think he has a solid game tomorrow.
And he did make an impact play at the beginning of the game against Texas Tech. The refs just decided not to review it.
That is true.
And the review people, wherever the hell they are, whatever their job
crazy.
is.
They're sleeping.
Let me back you up on that.
We love that.
Try not to give a lot of details here because this wasn't one of those things we filmed. But I happened to be meeting with Coach Prime. There was a knock at the door in Shiloh. And Coach said, hey, Neely, give me a minute. And he coached fatherhood Shiloh for about 10 minutes on what he needs to do these last 40 days of his college career. Yeah. And if Shiloh hears even just 10% what his dad poured into him, he's going to have a big game.
Yeah,
love it.
No doubt.
I picked the actual only sleeper, and I picked Carter Stoutmeyer.
Not a sleeper.
How's it not a sleeper? He doesn't start.
Because he balls out every time he plays.
But he doesn't start.
He started last week.
No, man, starting in Colorado is such.
They're literally calling him
BS.
Carter Startmeyer.
I mean,
Really?
everybody plays. Like if you go look at the O-line or any position group and you take a guy that started and then in the game count the snaps, there are people who came in after that and got more snaps than the starter guy.
Yeah.
And Carter's one of those guys. I'm with him. Carter's
Starter
not a sleeper.
Stoutmeyer, bro.
I don't care.
And
My point stands.
I don't think you can be a sleeper if you literally talk to the media that week. Like,
Ooh. That's a good point.
but I hear you though. But go ahead though. It's still a good pick.
I'm changing my pick. I pick Mate. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'll pick Carter because again, it's an athletic quarterback.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be running around.
Yep.
And Carter's fearless, and he's got that versatility just because of how he's built, literally. So give me Carter to make some plays and just make some noise.
Before we move on from this segment, my boy B-Bads always texts me his picks for the
Love
week.
that.
So since he's here on the bus, Bryce, what are come a little closer because we could hear Scott on the mic. So just speak up for your offense, defense, and sleeper.
Offense, I went with William Shepard.
Will.I.am.
Defense, I went with Nakai because I
Love
think
it.
that he's going to be also tasked with kind of keeping Jalen.
New rule.
I get an exception on the rules. Nakai, because I think he's going to play a big part in keeping Jalen in front and kind of wrapping him up as well. And then my sleeper.
You had your moment, man.
Micah?
Your sleeper was
Yeah,
Micah.
Micah.
Yeah.
You weren't ready
Love
for
it.
your moment.
Micah's going to cook tomorrow. But
Show
that's my
is.
sleeper, so.
I love it.
I love those picks, and here's what I love even more. I love how guilt impacts the human body. Had he not told us that story about his felony, he would have just rolled those picks out. But that guilt monster is on his back right now so heavy that he's like, oh, what's the sleeper? What do I say here? Like, he has no idea what to do right now.
That's crazy.
Every time blue lights come on behind him from here on out, he's like, oh, I told the story. They call him Hat Man.
There you go. Those are our prime players presented by Sleeper. And speaking of Sleeper, we are in Kansas.
We are in Kansas.
We are.
We're in Missouri.
Sleeper, or are we actually in Missouri right now?
Yeah.
We are currently in
City,
Kansas.
Missouri.
We are currently in Kansas.
See, we're in Kansas.
We're in Overland
Lock the
Park,
fuck in.
Kansas.
Oh, we didn't cross the line. Oh, we are in Overland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock the fuck in, Jake. Shit, do your segment
Jake, just do this.
without your phone.
No, I literally need that right now.
Come on, lock in.
Shout out to Sleeper, though. Operational in Kansas and in 25 other states. Check out Sleeper Picks, man. We have a lot of fun on the bus when we travel, cooking up all these combos and stuff for NFL. By the way, Sleeper Sunday, this Sunday.
Yeah.
Last one.
Potentially.
Potentially. That is true. That is true. But check out Sleeper. Best fantasy football app out there. Even if you're on another platform, you can import all your league history over to Sleeper, keep all your records, titles, all that stuff. Super customizable. And if you think you have what it takes, download the Sleeper app and use the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS, to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today.
Also, shout out to Elevations Credit Union, home of the sexiest credit card in world history. It is the Go Buffs Visa Signature Rewards card. I don't know if you guys have seen these things. There's an ad out there with Rick George holding them, and you can be like that. You can hold them. It's a nice black, sleek, like matte color with a shiny gold buffalo on there.
You should say that slower.
Why?
Sexy.
Oh, okay. Anyways, it's
Dim the lights.
the only official credit card of CU Athletics, and it's only available at Elevations Credit Union. And not to mention, every single time you swipe, you are going to benefit the Buffs and help them take it to the next level in the future and moving forward. So go to buffscreditcard.com to apply and see full card benefits and details.
Love it.
Great job,
Love
man.
it. And yes, Supreme Cody, that guy did call him William Shepard. Yeah,
That's his name?
That's his boy.
Yeah, tight. William.
Well, I am.
I think I tweeted last time he had a crazy catch. I said William F. Shepard.
Yeah, and the F is for fucking.
That is true. That is what that stands for.
I gotta be honest though.
F is for phenomenal.
Honest. I typically don't give like two damns, but it really makes me uneasy to cuss in front of Scott's parents. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, man, you're embarrassing me right now.
They're gonna have to get the fuck off the bus.
Well, I obviously asked Coach Pollak in a roundabout way about Juju. Just how are we feeling?
Yeah.
The day after the big day.
We're gonna be feeling great after the NCAA investigations answer those questions.
No,
What are you talking about?
He nailed it.
No, I crushed that.
Yeah, you did. In fact, you did a better job than
Thank
even.
They marked up.
Not no hate on Mark.
Yeah,
but
of course.
You were more subtle about it.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, I feel great, man. And it's funny because that should be the conversation today. I don't mean to derail this because I guess I'm contradicting what I'm saying right
That's
now.
where I was gonna go. Where you finna go?
I was woke. We left ESPN on in the hotel room. I woke up this morning and I watched a whole segment. And the question was, is Juju Lewis committing to Colorado? Does that make you more confident that Coach Prime is staying at Colorado? Mm-hmm. And I swear to God, that was the last time the word Colorado was uttered in the entire segment. It was just Cam Newton saying, no, not at all. Stephen A. Smith saying he should go to LSU. He should go to the Cowboys. Ryan Clark a little bit said that he does think that there's staying power there, but no one said, like, it's almost like an afterthought in every conversation.
That's
and I
crazy.
think it's absolutely crazy that locally, and even people who are really like tied in or paying attention said, okay, this is a real statement about the future for Coach Prime in Colorado. And nationally, people just refuse to accept it.
Yeah.
If you didn't accept it after yesterday, you just are never going to.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and you were never going to.
Bro,
I had to wonk out and be like super nerd here. They don't give a shit what they're talking about.
One, they don't care.
They're doing it for clicks. It's like this story is a big story.
But they don't see it.
Half of the stuff they're saying, they don't even believe.
Yeah,
it's the
right.
night before. Hey, what got the most shares?
Yeah.
Talk about that again the next day, and they're not going to stop talking about it until they stop getting shares.
Yeah, no, and they
just find a way to
every
spin it.
day right now.
Okay, well, we talked about a week for the Cowboys. Now let's make it the Jets.
Yeah.
Because Deion Sanders is a hot topic. People love hearing about him and talking about him, so that's what they're going to do. It becomes meritless and pointless what they're talking about because the guy is recruiting and working and coaching like he's not going anywhere because he's not going anywhere. But unlike the DNVR pregame show, we don't have to make up shit to get likes. We don't have to make up shit to get views. They do. And so they're just grabbing these sensationalized headlines about him to make you wait around through the commercial break to hear the same thing you heard yesterday, that you heard the day before that. He ain't going nowhere.
And they tricked me with the question. I turned up the volume, so I was like,
You thought it was gonna be
they
some
might
good.
actually. Nope. No.
But they don't see it. They don't follow recruiting. They might have seen the Pat McAfee announcement and stuff, but it's not like they're digging into On 3's latest rumors and 247's latest rumors and trying to figure out what's going on with all these recruits that they're targeting. Like, they see that, they see the moment, and then they go, okay, next.
Yeah. I'm not saying when you go to a restaurant, don't order the special. I'm just letting you know it's special because it's about to spoil.
Oh, my God.
They got to get rid of it. Got to get it going.
This story is like, hey, we got to make it special because we got to milk this.
Exactly.
We got to get some new views off of it or else
Right.
everybody else is talking about it. Let's hop on it.
Yeah.
They have no idea. They don't talk to the guy. You know, they don't like get him to come on air with him and get his quote. They will misalign his quote from what he said. They'll make up another angle for it. It's expired, man. The dude ain't going nowhere. Yeah. But
I do feel
the
like
story's going to keep going until the draft.
I was going to say, I do feel like they have like a production meeting every day. They're like, yeah, it was still our most viewed.
It is.
Do it
Like,
again.
We got
Do it
to.
again.
We got to.
And you mentioned RC, Ryan Clark, former Pittsburgh Steeler, was kind of the only one who, was given a chance. It's because I think at least he has a son currently playing college football.
Yeah.
And he probably at least knows a little bit about how this recruiting thing going and whatnot. So, again, I just hate what's happened to networks like ESPN that just spew out the same foolishness over and over again. It's unfortunate.
I'm going to say this not on behalf of Coach Prime because he doesn't need a spokesperson. I'm going to say this in support of him. One of the things about them talking is every time they say his name in this kind of earned media, to quote Fat Joe, today's price ain't yesterday's price.
Mm-hmm.
Not at
The
all.
more this program gets talked about, no matter what they're saying, is good for the program.
Yep.
Because think about 3 years ago. If this program was being mentioned at all, what light was it being mentioned in?
For real.
Yep.
Now we're being mentioned in the light of, we may lose the best coach ever. Like, these are good things.
Yeah.
It's good things when you walk down the magazine aisle and your head coach or your quarterback or your starting DB receivers on the cover. Like, these are good things. It just frustrates us because it makes us try to defend to our base like, hey, relax.
Right. Yeah.
Let go of hell. What do you call it? Let go of
hell.
Let go of hell. We're fine. The guy has his kickstand down, like he said. He's recruiting and coaching. Look at how Coach Pollak comes on here. Like, no one's navigating like the moving truck is backing up.
Yeah.
Like, they're navigating like beat Kansas, beat Oklahoma State for Thanksgiving, go to Big 12. Like, it's cool. But brace yourselves, y'all, because until the draft happens, they're going to keep talking
Every day.
Of course.
And I want to directly contradict something that Cam Newton said, which was Colorado doesn't have the money to keep Deion Sanders around. It's just not true.
No.
It's not true. And what's funny about it is people freaked out when Rick George had this quote. But I
yes.
thought, one, it was incredibly transparent, and two, really spoke to the belief that he had in Coach Prime, which was the day of his hiring. They said, well, how are you going to afford, or where did you get the money to afford Deion Sanders? He said, we don't have it yet, but I'm confident that we're going to get it.
We're going to get it, though.
Even if you did have it, what a brilliant ploy to raise funds.
Totally, absolutely. But also, look at the stadium every single week. It's sold out. You're selling ungodly amounts of merchandise. You know that this investment will always be worth more than you're putting into it.
Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, Texas, Ohio, Michigan. I'm just throwing out random names. None of them can say what we can say. Colorado has been on national TV for every game. Alabama has.
Notre Dame can't even say that.
Yeah.
And they have the contract that says they're supposed to do that.
Only team in America that has been on national TV for the entire season. With tomorrow and another game left. They're already booked, already slated.
Yeah.
We will have gone an entire season with every game on TV.
Every single game.
That's not a bad thing. Even if it makes us have to, tell people to shut up and stuff. Like these are great times.
Yeah.
Great times to be above.
Sure it is.
A bit off topic, but kind of on the Julian thing, I just thought it was a little bit petty. That's where I thought you was going to go. I just thought it was a little bit petty of your boy, Bryce Underwood, to make his announcement on Julian Lewis's announcement.
Why you got to do that to me?
Because that's your dog.
My boy's Julian Lewis.
His new name is Bryce Petty.
Bryce Petty, for real.
Did it work, though?
Yes, depends on who you ask, I guess.
All right. I thought it got it. I thought the attempt failed. I thought it got lost in the shuffle to
But
some degree.
the fact that it was an attempt, I feel like it's petty.
If you look at the commitment videos, are not even close in terms of views, though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
Definitely.
Of course it does.
Because I would think a person would go watch Juju's 10 times before you watch this guy's one. And if the guy had done it like 3 days later, he would have been getting all the views.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, wait. Well,
good luck to him, though.
Yeah, I'll wish him the best. Jake's boy.
Yeah, me too.
Jake's guy.
Absolutely wish him the best. All right, let's take a break.
Jake did you were happy.
Yeah, he had Underwood.
No.
You can't even lie right.
Jake, you were asked about it. You started smiling before you
Why are you guys asking me to make everyone listening and watching upset right now?
No, you were not. Everyone knows that you have previous, what's the word I'm looking for? Allegiances. Thank you.
You're a Michigan fan. It's okay. You can be a lover of Colorado and a supporter of Michigan.
Don't say that too loud. Some people might get angry, bro.
Well, they're weirdos.
Apparently, you're not allowed to be fans of teams you didn't go to college to. So relax.
My gosh.
No. There are tiers to fandom. There are tiers.
Nah.
What are they?
I accept.
In no particular order. Let's just call it tier 1 because it's spot in my head. Tier 1, you actually went to the school.
Okay.
Tier 2, you grew up in the town or the city or the state where the school is.
Okay.
Tier 3, you just like them. Tier 4, like you didn't even graduate from college anywhere.
Yeah.
You just went to middle school.
Just a bandwagon almost.
Yeah. Like
Well,
that guy down there, he can't claim this.
Let me just say this as a tier 1.
You are definitely tier 1.
Definitely.
I don't look at it that way. Come one, come all. I see everyone on the exact same plane.
And that's why you're tier 1, man.
Yeah. But tier 3 doesn't see tier 4 like that. Tier 2 doesn't see tier 1.
Some
you can
Hunger
say
Games
no one is above you. You like let them all eat cake.
Right.
See, now I'm being told I can't come to the cookout no more. Look at what you guys did to me.
Damn. That's tough.
But you got to live in your.
You can go to Jack Stack Barbecue tonight.
Did nobody make you smile like that at the news and Bryce?
Bro, you guys gotta stop.
Did nobody make you smile like that, bro?
Let's take a break.
He was.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
I love my Toyota, man.
Yeah, let them know.
Shout out to Toyota. The best in the business. Best car I've ever driven. That's for damn sure. And, you know, it's about that time. We've been away from it for a little while now. I'm starting to miss my Toyota. But we do have this wonderful bus that was brought to us by Promotico. Am I doing a double ad read?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, but you are nailing it. Go with that.
Shout out to Toyota,
Let
man.
them use you.
If you are looking for a new Toyota, I'm talking about that new 4Runner, the new Tundra. Our boy Spence has the new Tundra. That thing is sick.
Sheesh.
Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR.
Also, shout out to our friends at Promotico.
I was trying to just do that job for you. I was going to weave them together and...
Then go.
No, it's too late.
No, it's too late now. It was
it's
an
too late.
RPO and you
You
pulled the ball
stopped me,
back.
bro.
Yeah.
You stopped me.
You pulled the ball
Neither
back.
of us want to do the ad read. Go ahead, Scotty. I'm just kidding. I would have did that to you. Shout out to Promotico. The homies. They hooked us up with this bus, man. They put our faces on it.
Yeah.
And next year they're going to put Scotty's face on it, too.
Yeah.
And
Let's
Alyssa's.
slow down.
And
Let's
Alyssa's.
slow down. Let's slow down. Go ahead, but slow down.
Mine going over yours.
I'm just saying, you know, I don't know if they can do. I was actually about to give you a compliment, but now as you like shot a shot back,
See that
I'm
that
just gonna veto the whole thing.
That doesn't sound like a
But
compliment.
I was going to say we got to make sure they get his waves right. They just can't put him
For
up
real,
there
for-
anyway.
honestly-
But because you can't like, let me finish
You're
the
right.
statement.
That's on me.
Fuck you being on.
And I got to put in a request. Somebody commented like my waves got to be put onto my avatar. Like that's got to be added.
That's
for
where I was
sure.
going. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
You're in Slack. Send it to
Yeah,
Eric.
there you
say
go.
less. Who,
that's
Eric?
where I was
I'm
going.
gonna hit
Your
Eric
current
up. Say
picture
less.
does not reflect you.
I agree.
So next
I
year's
agree.
bus, like it needs to have the waves.
No
That's
doubt.
where I was going.
No doubt.
But you popping hands before somebody could give
Yeah,
you
that's on
love.
me.
You know?
I felt it was coming first for me, so I tried to get ahead of it. You know what I mean? It was
It's
one of
the
those
Negro
things.
jacket. I
Yeah.
understand.
That is
You guys crushed.
I can say things to him that y'all can't.
This is true.
You guys crushed that ad read for me. Awesome. Thank you. Shout out Promotico. They're the homies, though. This bus is incredible. Check them out at Promotico, PROMOTOCO.net. Call 678-208-3436 or find them on Facebook to learn more.
I got to tell you. So, best part about Promotico, Kenny Highways.
Definitely.
They introduced us, and Kenny Highways came to lunch with us today. And so he parked the bus, and we got in line, and there was a long line at gates. And then he just cut in line to join us, which as he should.
As he should.
Yeah.
We're same part.
And the people behind him did not believe that he was with us.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Sir, did you just cut the line?" He's like, "No, I'm with them." And they're like,
See, I went through a reverse thing. They believed that Alyssa and RG were with me, but there were certain comments that they would whisper. So like the
what?
guy in front of me he was having a great time. Oh man, you should try this. Y'all should try this. Then he's like, I came to pick up mine and my coworkers. Because the white people don't like coming over here.
I did hear that. Actually, it definitely happened.
It's like you don't have to whisper.
He
in
had to
front of them,
double
man.
down.
Yeah, he's like, look, he did the look around.
"She was it he or she?
It was a he.
He should tell
It
his
was one of the
coworkers
construction. It
like,
was one of the construction
Yeah,
guys.
fuck off.
Yeah.
You need to teach him how to do that middle finger you taught
But
Jay."
here's what I think. Reading into his commentary, I think they pay for his to go get it. So he's like winning.
My dad,
It's a fair
my
trade.
dad calls that "I buy, you fly."
Yeah, I think that's what was going on. But shout out to Gates Barbecue. Which location were we at? I don't remember.
I truly have no idea.
The one close to the museum.
Yes.
Yes.
So I know they got a lot of locations. Shout out to Gates. You had a little friend join us. Didn't get to talk to him.
RK's homie.
Little arcade. Stuart Little arcade.
Oh my god.
That is insane.
Super chats.
It didn't bother me, but I didn't tell anyone else because I knew it would bother someone.
First up
Oh, Lisa loved it.
is Lane Q.
Oh man, it got hot in here. That was funny.
Lane Q says, "What's up, Uncle Neely? I met you in Jackson at transition office during Governor Barber inauguration.
Yeah. Lane. What's going on, man? No, for real, I do remember him.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good times. Squad.
Shout out to Lane. Anita with the super chat. So excited. Driving in from Illinois. Wave at me. Section 135, row 8. I am so excited. 62 years old. 62 years old. Internet auntie. Hashtag Sco Buffs.
Shout out
Section
Auntie.
what?
I think she
Section
said
again?
105 row 8.
135, row 8.
135, row 8. Okay. 135, row 8.
Shout out to Auntie Anita.
Also, shout out to the people we met at the museum today, who had the kid who came up and said, "I seen you on TV." I love that.
Yeah. He said Travis Hunter. He said he was a little Travis Hunter, too. That's his favorite player.
Damn, the chat's taking Jaquan from me now because you guys outed me, bro.
Well, I mean, you know, Michigan.
That's fine. You'll get it back.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll earn it, man.
Nathaniel with the super chat. Shador hit.
Super chat.
Can you guys relax? Shador hit. There is a super chat about a tattoo though. Okay. Weirdly enough, tattoos keep on coming up about Colorado football. Weird, strange.
It's a sign, bro.
At least in the DNVR office.
You gotta get one.
No. Nathaniel Jenkins says Shador should hit Draylon with the behind the back pass that was planned for the Arizona game in Arrowhead tomorrow.
See, then now we're talking about like it's an homage to Patrick Mahomes.
Oh no, they absolutely cannot do that tomorrow.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I'm anti behind the back pass just in general.
Yep. Let's play ball, man.
I tried one yesterday with the football I brought on the bus. Incomplete. It was a bad omen.
Next is Big Tolls. He says, "Sup, fellas? Cool fact. Coach Livingston has a winning record in Arrowhead. Is Jimmy playing? I see he made the trip. I think Jimmy's playing."
Good.
That was me looking at you for confirmation.
Oh, I'm looking here though. But yeah, I mean, if they say so, I didn't see who all got off the bus. I've been with y'all.
I can confirm he's in Kansas City.
Okay.
He's in Overland Park, Kansas.
Yes. Allison with the super chat. She says, "Where's Alyssa? Here's a drink for you, my girl."
Miss you, Allison.
Solid lobby bar here.
Turn up.
For real.
Excited about that.
Yeah.
Low key.
Harambe says, "Update on Preston Hodge. Unc was not. He was with us yesterday, obviously, but
same shit. I know he's not here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can confirm he is not in Overland Park, Kansas.
Samuel says, "How do we find the tailgate tomorrow? Go to thednvr.com/events. It's all right there for you.
It's gonna be fun.
That was clean the way you did that. Clean and concise.
That's all I do.
No,
That's all I do.
Not always.
That's all I do." Terrell757 with the super chat. All cornerbacks have a pick. Both safeties have scoop and score fumbles. Best secondary in the nation.
Just tomorrow, huh?
That'd be BTA if that happens.
Bro, I'm gonna have to bring multiple belts.
Original with the super chat says, "Am I late? If you super chat, I don't think you're late."
Nope.
DeFeo Boutique. It's been a minute. Curious if the squad has thoughts on TC. Will he get a CU spot to continue with Sun?
What?
Juju's dad.
TC
Oh,
Lewis.
yes. Will he get a what spot?
A spot in Colorado to be with the Sun.
Oh, I'm sure.
There you go. Original says, 1, RK has Peter Schrager vibes. How do you feel about that?
If he wasn't a Bronco, I think he's a Broncos hater.
I think he might be like secretly a Chiefs fan.
You do kind of resemble him a little bit, low key. Now that I think about it.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No,
He knows ball.
Yeah, he definitely does.
All right, I'll take it.
2, I have receipts I'm waiting to pull out come Big 12 championship game.
Okay.
Send them to us. 3, Neely, when you going to buy a home in Colorado?
I tell you what, I just told Scotty's parents up there. They asked me about that. They said, "So what do you do?" I said, "Well, I'm here full time, August, through Thanksgiving, and then I come back half and half and take a month off in there." I said, "However, when Deion Sanders signs that extension,
Get in the crib.
why not?
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Let's go. I love that.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
you bring a car out too.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe it'll be a Toyota."
Let's go. Toyota, if you're listening.
And now
Get Neely right.
4 finally. Original says, "I'm calling the game. CU 42, Kansas 20.
Love it.
Well, love that.
Next is Karoom Hickman. He says, "Have you guys watched Coach Prime's show on Tubi, and how do you think that affects CU recruiting?" I actually have not watched that.
Scott watched it, didn't you?
Did you watch it? No.
I think
RC watched
I
it.
think it impacts recruiting heavily. I'm sorry. let me use Coach Prime's word, tremendously.
Tremendously.
I winked at y'all at the press conference the other day because he said I did the shot glass. I was like, Jake, he said tremendously.
Oh no!
I always look at you and he says something where I desperately want to say pause.
I'm not even bringing it up. Never mind. RC, did you watch the Tubi show?
A little bit of it.
Okay, he only watched a little bit.
I know it's for Roxy, who used to host 106 in Park on
Oh,
BET.
okay.
I used to love Roxy.
I still love her. When you look at they ain't bad today. She ain't hard to look at now. When you look at the numbers, the demographics of people who use the Tubi platform, Tubi app, the Tubi shows, it will immensely impact recruiting.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because here's another opportunity where our head coach, you talk about earned media, people talking about you. Mm-hmm. He's sitting there hosting a weekly talk show, and I think it's a 22 episode deal. They film 2 at a time in Boulder. So they filmed last week and Thanksgiving week, and it comes on. But 17 to 40-year-olds are watching this, and so these are kids making decisions all the way up to new parents, and it's Coach Prime on TV. Yeah. What all the other coaches in America, all they get is their weekly coaching show with the school. Mm-hmm. This guy has his own talk show while he's coaching that doesn't take away from coaching.
It's a power move.
And it ain't impacting recruiting.
Exactly. And I feel like, too, like, young guys watching that, like, they can probably feel like they know Coach Prime before they officially, meet him. So I feel like that's very valuable.
And I'm not looking at it right now, but is there a coach in America coaching college football that has 5 million Instagram followers?
No.
I think we forget exactly.
Not
I think
even
we
close.
forget that this guy is a celebrity,
Right?
Yeah.
Who became a coach, and so there's a certain cachet and that comes with that nobody else has, and all of that impacts recruiting, and it's free.
Yeah.
Was it like this with him when he was playing in terms of trying to shoehorn him into every conversation?
Man, I think because we didn't have social media when he was playing.
Okay.
That's probably not the case. But of all the athletes in his era that have now like transitioned into other aspects of life, no one has harnessed it like he has.
Yeah.
Like that dude's a rock star, man. Like he literally can't go anywhere without somebody knowing him.
Facts.
EEBKCIDGIB. No idea what that means, but they ask, who is Webster that everyone keeps talking about on TV?
Wester?
I don't know who Webster is either.
It's got to be a
I think
Wester.
it's Wester.
Yeah.
Wester. LeJontay Wester.
LeJontay.
Demon.
Webster went to the Grammys with Michael Jackson and Bubbles. Fun fact. Bubbles was Michael Jackson's monkey. And Webster was the little kid that was an adult that played the little kid. Just 80s facts. Your parents know. Scotty's parents. Back me up on it.
Yeah, I can't relate.
No, you were a Packers fan.
Oh, my God.
Wow, you're attacking everyone's fandom today. That's crazy.
See what y'all did?
You can't get mine.
Crazy.
Can't get mine. I'm
Because you've been
ironclad.
loyal.
Yeah, I'm ironclad.
Unreal.
Original with the super chat. Here we go. He says, Jake, remember we made RK agree to get a primetime tattoo if we win the Natty. We're going to add Scotty Too Hottie. He has to get a teardrop face tat.
Teardrop is crazy.
What? That's what Original said.
We win the Natty, I'll get a prime tattoo with you, but I ain't getting shit on my face.
The teardrop is wild.
No,
so you already agreed to you was going to get a primetime tattoo? That's what the comment said.
I apparently talked myself into something in the office.
Yeah, Natty, I'll do it.
I'll do
Big
anything.
12. You'll get a tat for the Big 12.
Clip that.
I'll get a face
Clip
tat. I'll get a Mike Tyson face tat.
Wayne says,
He still got it.
Wayne says, this is for my brother Jake. Whatever.
Let's go. Let's get whatever Jake tonight.
For real.
Spencer Smith says, the future is so bright for CU. Can't wait for tomorrow. Hashtag Sco Buffs. We here. Now watch out, everybody. Y'all ain't safe. Let's win tomorrow. Yes, sir. Great super chat. Thank you, Spence.
When you're done reading these, can you immediately text our friend who invited us to dinner and tell them that we are going to be late?
Yes. Well, can you guys let me read them?
Yes, go.
Nicholas Wade, $5, says, I was off about the 7 sacks last week, but the rush has mounted. Does Juju have better success than 2 if he starts right away? Does Juju start right away?
That remains to be seen. Like there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Great question, great thought, but that's the off-season question.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there. Thank you for the super chat, Nicholas.
So much to talk about this offseason.
It's gonna be crazy. We have a legit. We're probably gonna have a quarterback competition to talk about this offseason.
We're throwing his phone around.
Yeah. That'd be a great problem to have.
Original again says every partying and RK in the club promoting Trav.
That was fun.
That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. We had some fun last night.
We did. We're good at that.
We're pretty good. Yeah.
We're maybe better at having fun than we are doing the show.
I thought we were doing the show for fun.
Lauren Christie Buffenmeyer say, why are all of the haters here them and they are still trying to smirk at me? Lauren Christie, this is a question that I ask myself a lot. Why don't people listen to this man? Honestly.
They don't want to hear
Because
him.
listening to him means you don't get to get the clicks that you're looking for.
Yeah. And I also think, spot on him, but I also think there's a level of folks out there who don't give the benefit of the doubt, right? And they look at things from their own lens. They can't step outside themselves. Mm-hmm. And so they project on him decisions they would make.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
A huge percentage of people will make money decisions. And that's the driver.
Right.
Deion Sanders turned down more money to come to Colorado. I'll tell you for a fact, Cincinnati offered 8.
Ooh.
And he turned that down to come to Colorado. So most people look at him and think, oh, money, money, money. He's going to go with the bigger deal. There are bigger deals out there. To Cam Newton's point about Colorado not having it, there's going to be bigger deals out there. Whether it's what they haven't learned about him is because they're looking at decisions through their eyes.
What they would
he
do.
looks at decisions through his heart, and so he's not just looking. Man, he got his money. Right. He good. So there's a whole lot of ancillary things how he makes these decisions. But most people, he's not going to do that because they make it about money, or he's not going to do that because they make it about his sons, not knowing that he's deciding here, not pocketbook.
Right. And that's a luxury you have when you have it like he has it.
Yeah.
In memory of Derek DuPont Davis, whoever sent that, and shout out to Derek DuPont Davis as well, says, see y'all at the tailgate and at the game, section 106, row 11, hashtag ScoBuffs.
We got 135
and 8, and 106 and 11.
I quite literally got my tickets on Game Time, so if we're dropping sections, I think we're 105? 105.
105.
Yeah, we're going to find these people.
Find me.
Frederick Russell with the
You'll
199.
be the one with the belt ass.
Yeah.
With the 199 super chat. Thank you, Frederick. Joshua with the $5 super chat. I'm 6 minutes away. I live in OP. Let's go indoor skydiving. You guys down?
After a huge barbecue meal, what sounds better than indoor skydiving?
Absolutely, yes. Maybe some drinks too, you know?
I'm good. I'm good.
Miss Laura Levy says, ScoBuffs, Sweet Jacket Scotty, Neely, I'm your girl, even you're ready. I don't know what that means.
Real estate.
Appreciate you, Laura. You're the best. Thank you, Laura.
DeFeo Boutique again.
You do know what Laura Levy does for a living, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, we were talking about getting that
You're talking
house.
about me moving here to real estate.
I got it.
It just went right over their head.
Well, that's like multi-layered, you know. Yeah. You had to remember things you said.
Shout out Laura, though. The GOAT.
For real.
DeFeo Boutique again. Sorry, I meant, will TC get a spot on the team? Wasn't he a part of Juju's high school team? TC is Julian's dad.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's another TC on Carrollton that we're forgetting about.
He's definitely talking about Julian.
By the way, Julian's playing right now as we speak.
Yeah, I meant to give an update.
Already got a 40-yard touchdown pass on the night, at least.
Sheesh.
Thanks for that update, Bryce.
Baron says, Scar, are the T-Town clowns on your jacket? I don't know what that means.
T-Town? One of the Negro League teams.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also, shout out to the Baltimore.
You can't even remember your team's name.
You really went there, man?
It's a bad look for you.
Elite
Giants.
Giants. The Baltimore Elite Giants. Those are my guys.
Got the Chicago American Giants right here. They got me right, man. This is one of my favorite purchases in a long time. Yeah,
you know, there's like a swath of them on the back that you can't
so much
right now.
People not getting justice right now.
They're really not.
For real.
Yeah.
He says, my family honors them yearly at Juneteenth. Also, chat decided DNVR needs an animated series. Do you guys do score predictions? Hashtag Quad Squad Pod.
Quad Squad Pod.
Emergency pod.
We did score predictions yesterday.
We
but
did
we
do
get
score
unks?
predictions yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Dynamo was about 17, and I made it 14. I took 3 off.
Yep.
And then Michael Britt with the $20 super chat. Apologies, Unc, but CD and Trevon proved why Coach Prime will not coach in the pros. Don't know what that means exactly, but
they do.
I don't know.
I have no idea what it means either. Thank you.
UN.
You're right.
CLE.
NEE.
LE.
At the pregame. There's 2 E's.
Man, I hope we get to say it like 14 times tomorrow after the game.
We will.
It's going to be fun.
Joshua, last super chat says there's about 20 of us in section 106 right now. You guys are at the stadium right now?
Camping out.
I love it. Josh, you say? Shout out to Josh.
We're gonna
Shout
take
out
this
to
thing
Josh.
over. I just know it.
That's it.
All right.
All right, we are headed to dinner.
Yeah, I hope no one has to go to their room.
Well,
We got to make moves.
all right. We're out of here, though. Post-game show tomorrow. Sleeper
Yep.
Sunday coming up on Sunday.
Yep.
Enjoy the game. If you're coming out to the tailgate and you're coming out to the game, come say hi.
Yo, slide to the tailgate.
If you're looking for me, I'll be the guy with the belt.
In 105. 105, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking for him, he's the guy with the pockets.
He's the guy with the waves in the pocket.
waves
I had
in
look
the
before we
pockets.
wrap this show. So it's such a good time meeting Scotty's parents, but I had to ask them on the record, when did this pocket shit start? And they told me. I asked, like I'm telling you, I asked them.
I believe you.
They told me it was a Colorado thing that he was
changed.
that they did not send him out there.
Colorado
Like,
changed.
It was a 2024 thing. It's a
and
2024
they
thing.
showed me a picture of his sister, and she's now rocking.
Yes.
Oh.
Scotty
Really
D's pockets,
influencer over here.
changing the family.
I swear.
They're going to change their name to Proctor.
People are already calling me.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to the parentals still on the bus.
Yeah.
For real.
Shout out to them. That's awesome. I love that they came to visit you.
UNCLENEELY at thepregameshow.com.
If
I'm
you
just a
love
dude.
pockets,
My name
whatever
is
you want
Jake.
to talk about, just hit me up. ...
That's it.
Yeah.
Please don't ever email me. I'll never see it.
Real quick, Don Peasy, I'm late to the party. I heard Alabama recruiting insiders say that Michael Carroll went quiet on them since the CU visit. Domino's seem to be following. And then Freedom Genesis says, thanks, RK, for the T-shirt site. You made me pick up 5.
Oh, God.
There you go. All right, we're out of here.
Oh, yeah.
See you tomorrow for post-game. Go Buffs.
Squad.
We all silly like the mayor.